Hey honey, welcome to my channel Design by Ida. Today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in order to plan a great fashion show. Now, if you're going to put on a fashion show, there's a lot to remember, and you need to watch this video to the end so that you don't miss out on anything, because you really want the night to be a success. You want to be happy and smiling and relaxed and not running around worried because you forgot something, okay? So this is my treat to you. I'm sharing all of the secrets you need so you can put on a really great fashion show. And I've seen some fashion shows. I've seen some really great fashion shows, very professional, just amazing. Everything is smooth, it's gorgeous, you can just enjoy it. And I've seen some terrible fashion shows where I wanted to hide under the table. So I'm making this video to help you be a success and not an embarrassment. Okay? That was harsh. I'm sorry. But yeah, okay, let's go through it. There's a lot to remember, so let's just start. The first thing you need to do is choose a theme for the collection. The theme is going to really set the mood. So what is the collection all about? What kind of clothes have you designed? What are you trying to illustrate, to show? What kind of mood do you want to set? So a lot of great designers, they really put a lot of time and effort into the set design. So they make the whole runway look like a garden, or they make all the models walk like soldiers in an army, or they just kind of set the scene with the music they choose. Music is very important, and a lot of designers choose music from movies because movies connect with people and connect with their emotions, and maybe they remember a certain scene or something that happened. Maybe it's a very famous movie and everybody knows that song, and so when you use that song, it connects with them right away, right? So music from movies can be really, really great because it can be dramatic and it can just evoke emotions, right? And then lighting. What kind of lighting do you want? How do you want the stage to look, right? The runway. How do you want the models to walk? Are you going to instruct everyone yourself, or do you have a production manager to keep everything organized for you? Either way, you need to have an idea about how you want the models to walk, how you want them to pose. Do they have any props? Are they carrying something? Are they dancing? Are they marching? How are they moving? And how does that fit in with the theme for your collection? Okay? So you need to think about all these things, and you need to be very clear with your instructions. If you're having someone help you out, someone to talk to the models and make sure that they practice walking the way that you want them to and everything, be clear so that everyone knows exactly what your idea is and how you want it to go. Okay? So that's music, that's how the models will walk, how the models will pose, and the lighting and the set design. And then when you choose your location, I want you to make sure that it has a backstage area. Because many people forget that. They think, oh, this is a beautiful place for a runway. Yes, let's go at this location. But you need to have a backstage area, and you need to have mirrors, and you need to have lights. So many people forget about this. So they have this whole big venue, right? And they have the runway. And then before the show starts, it's usually dark, right? The lights are off, and you need to have some small lights backstage so that the models can see what they're doing, and so that the models can find the right clothes and the right shoes and the right jewelry and everything, right? And so just make sure you have a backstage area. And make sure it's kind of private, okay? Models don't like when everyone can see them dressing, because models are oftentimes naked in between outfits. So let's make sure they are private and comfortable, okay? So that was the backstage area. Now you need to put together a team. A team. You need a team, not a theme. You need that too, but yeah. And then you need a team of people to help you. You can ask friends, or you can hire professionals. That's up to the budget, right? But you need someone who will help the models get dressed, someone who will organize the backstage, make sure the right models walk at the right time, right? and that they have the right necklace on and the correct shoes, and just everything needs to flow perfectly backstage. So you need someone there to make sure that happens. And if the models are going to change outfits, that happens very quickly. So you need dressers to help the models quickly get out of their outfits and into the new one, okay? And yeah, you really want dressers backstage. So you have a collection you want to show, right? Maybe you're a designer yourself, or maybe you're putting on a show for someone else. But either way, you hopefully have a collection of clothes, right? So now what you need to think about is shoes, jewelry, hair, makeup. If you have a good budget, then you will have someone come in and do the makeup for all the models and the hair for all the models, do all the styling for you. If you don't have a big budget, you may have to use your friends as models, and you may have to ask them to do their own makeup and hair. Either way, you need to decide what they're gonna look like. So what you wanna do, grab some magazines, start cutting out faces and hairstyles and putting them together on a board, and then showing that to everyone, the models, the stylists, the hair makeup people, so that everyone knows and have a very clear idea of what you want them to look like. Because you do not want to be disappointed, you don't want misunderstandings, and then you're watching the show and you're like, wait, that's not what I wanted at all. So just be clear. So using photos of, faces and hair, putting them together on a board, copying it, giving it to everyone, figure out a way to make it very clear that this is what the makeup should look like for all of you, and this is what the hair should look like for all of you. And if you have some special styling, some hats or some special head dress, something, make sure that's ready and that everybody knows how to use it, how to put it on correctly and everything, okay? So when it comes to jewelry and shoes, you can collaborate with someone. I do this all the time. When I'm putting on a fashion show, I do this with hair and makeup too, actually. So the last fashion shows that I put on, I have collaborated with a hair salon that specializes on hair and makeup and styling. And so I collaborate with them so they can get the publicity for the work that they've done, and I get the publicity for the clothes that they're showing. So it's a combined effort, and so they don't charge me for styling all my models because they get the publicity for it. So collaborations can be really, really great, and you can do the same thing with jewelry and shoes. A lot of times, shoe stores will let you borrow the shoes to put on to use for the show, and then you can return them the next day. So you buy some tape and you put it underneath the shoes, and then after the show you take away the tape, and then the shoe is pristine and beautiful and it's not worn or anything, and then you can return the shoes. And a lot of shoe stores will let you do this, and they will only ask to be mentioned and to have the publicity, like all the shoes in the show are from this store, and they like the publicity, so they will help you out and not charge you for borrowing the shoes for the show, okay? So collaborate with people, that's a really, really great thing to do. You can also do that with the photographer and the videographer. You definitely want someone there who is dedicated to taking pictures and filming. You do not want to be the one who is supposed to be doing that as well as managing everything else, because you're going to be super busy on the day of the show. Trust me. So you want someone who will be there with a camera and take pictures throughout the show, maybe before the show and after the show also. And also you want someone to film the show and to practice and set it up ahead of time so that they can catch the light at the right angle and everything, so you have a really good documentation of the show. You can also collaborate with photographers and videographers because they often need publicity and you can help them out. Putting on a great fashion show, and if they take really good photos and really great videos, and maybe it's used in fashion articles later or on a blog or wherever, it's good advertisement for them if the photos and video is good. So collaborate with them. Maybe you will get a good deal. Maybe they will even do it for free just for the publicity. Okay? And the same goes for jewelry. You can collaborate with a jewelry store and they would get the publicity that all jewelry is from this store, and you would get to borrow jewelry from them to use for the show and then to return the next day. In order for all of this to go smoothly, you need someone backstage who is making sure that all the shoes are put in the right boxes and all the tape is removed and they are wiped down and they look nice. And also the jewelry, you want to make sure that all the jewelry is packed away neatly in the right places and returned the next day. I was once fortunate enough to put on a fashion show in San Francisco, and we collaborated with a jeweler, and we got to use some of the most beautiful necklaces and bracelets for our models. And I remember this one necklace, it was like a glass locket filled with diamonds, and it cost like $20,000, and I just loved the necklace, and I chose the necklace before making the dress, and then I designed the whole dress around that necklace, and it just looked so beautiful. So if you're lucky, you can get to collaborate with a jewelry designer or a jewelry store, and you will have amazing jewelry to go with your outfits and to just make everything look so amazing, okay? So collaborate with everyone, because then they get the publicity, you get the publicity, and it can be really, really great for you, especially for the budget. It really helps, okay? How much money do you have to spend on this? And just be honest and just decide this right away. If you don't have any money, then you need to ask your friends to be the models and wear the clothes and just play some music and, you know, do it very low key. But if you're putting on like a real fashion show, like a professional fashion show, you're gonna need some money. So just decide how much money you have up front, and then let that guide you through all the decisions to come. Okay? So, what is your collection about? What's the title for the collection? And have you made like a text to describe the collection? This is really, really important. And this is something that a lot of people just forget, because, you know, you've designed a collection or you're putting on a fashion show for someone else and you have the clothes and, you know, you just want to decide where to have it and what time, right? But the text is going to be in the press release. It's going to be in the social media posts. It's going to be on the flyers, on the posters, on the invites. So you don't want to forget about this, because you don't want a crappy text for an amazing collection, right? So take the time to write the title for the collection and to write a really good text for the collection. And the text needs to be like descriptive, but also it needs to be intriguing so people really want to see this, right? So don't just say, oh, we have 7 jeans and 2 tops and 5 dresses. That's not very intriguing. I wouldn't go to that show. But if you write something like, this collection is an exploration of this culture and this idea, and it's combined and it's unique perspective and it's something, okay? So just try to describe it in a way that makes people really want to go and see the show, okay? So the title and the text for the show, something a lot of people forget, but you need to remember to do that. So you have the clothes, you have decided on the hair and the makeup, you have people to do the hair and the makeup, you have decided on the shoes and the theme and the music. What about the models? You need models, right? If you have a big budget, you can just go out and pick the best models, hold an audition, see them walk, see them move, see them pose, and choose the models that work best for you and your vision and your collection. If you don't have a big budget, you can call modeling agencies and ask for some fresh faces that need more experience on the runway, right? Many times you can get models for cheap or even free if they're just like new, fresh, they need some training, they really need the experience. And it's going to take you more time, because experienced models know exactly how to walk, how to pose, how to look amazing at every angle. New, fresh faces may need some guidance. So you will have to spend some time with them and train them to walk exactly the way that you want them to walk and to pose at the right time and the right way and everything. But it's worth it because you save money by using them instead of experienced models, right? You can also use your friends or someone else, your colleagues or whatever, if you want to, but please, please, please instruct them that this is how you want them to walk and this is how you want them to pose. Because I do not want you to be disappointed. I want you to have the best fashion show that you can have. So be clear so that there are no misunderstandings and that you can just be happy and enjoy the show, okay? Now, you have the models, the clothes for the models, the shoes, the jewelry, everything. What about you? Designers usually walk down the runway after the show. So when all the models are done, you come out and wave and smile and walk down the runway. And that can be terrifying. I know, because I've done it a few times. And you have all these like tall, skinny, gorgeous models walking down the runway, and then you have to follow them, and it can be terrifying. And you want to decide way ahead of time what you're gonna wear, who's gonna do your hair and makeup, and how do you want to do it? What time do you want to come out? Do you want to just like come up on stage and wave and go back down, or do you want to walk the runway? Do you want to have all the models following you? What do you want to do? Just plan it, because it takes some of the stress away from the situation so that you can just be more confident and just be more like, okay, hair, makeup, outfit done. I can do this. And then, yeah, you are a rock star. Okay? Okay, so now you need to decide the order of things. Which outfit is going to come out first, which outfit is going to come out second, third, and which is going to come last. You really want the first outfit to grab their attention and look amazing and make them want to watch the entire show. And then you want the last outfit to be even better, even more amazing, and be very memorable so that they walk away from your show remembering your collection and wanting to buy it. And that brings me to the next step, which is after the show. You need to plan for after the show. Practical things like who is going to clean up everything, who is going to pack all the clothes and the shoes and the jewelry and everything, and what are you going to do? Do you have a business card? Do you have a website? Do you have a way for people to connect with you if they want to buy your clothes? Have a plan for this, because so many designers put all their energy and all their time into planning a great show, and then when the show is finished, they're just like, okay, thank you, bye. And they don't have a follow-up plan. If you're having a show and you're inviting buyers to different stores and you want to sell clothes to them, you need to have maybe a catalog, a brochure, a business card. You need to have a plan. You need to have a calendar ready, set up some meetings, have some prices made up, Be ready for what comes after the show and prepare for it, okay? Now I'm going to talk about something that designers often forget, and designers are often, and I'm guilty of this, you are so focused on the collection and the show and just sewing everything and making sure everything is steamed and beautiful and you have the perfect models and everything fits great, and you're so invested in like the collection that you forget about the publicity. Publicity is important. If you're putting on a really great show and nobody knows about it, nobody watches it, it's a waste of time, right? So you want to plan it. You want to put out press releases, and if you haven't done that before, Google it or ask someone to help you. You want to put out press releases. You want to use social media. You want to send out emails. You want to put up posters, hand out flyers. You want to do as much as you can, and you can ask people to help you with this so that you really tell everyone about your show. You want to invite many people to come and watch your show, and especially the people you really want there. Meaning, maybe you want some buyers from certain stores to come, be sure to invite them. So be sure that all the invites are sent out way ahead of time so that everyone can plan and make arrangements to come to your show. So make the invites, put out all the social media posts, make the press releases, invite people to come to your show, and remind them over and over and over again, because people are busy. You are focused on your show, but everyone else has their own lives and their own plans and their own crazy things happening. So you need to remind them over and over and over again. You can use social media, you can send out reminding emails, you can call them up, you know, whatever you want to do, just keep reminding people that my show is on Sunday. Remember to come, you're invited, it's going to be amazing. Okay. And then, do you want like to offer them something? Do you want your guests to be seated or do you want them to stand? Do you want to offer them snacks and drinks? Again, do you want to collaborate with someone? Maybe a restaurant nearby. They will offer the snacks and drinks and it will be a good publicity thing for them. Something to think about, okay? Maybe you are doing fantasy collection and you have like little cupcakes and unicorn rainbow things, snacks to go with it, right? You can use drinks, food, lighting, music, stage, everything to tie in with the theme for your collection and make it a really memorable, amazing event. And you want to invite journalists, bloggers, you know, influencers, Instagram people, so you can get even more publicity after the show. You want everyone to know that you have put on an amazing fashion show and they missed out if they weren't there. Okay? And that's it. See? Hardly anything to remember, right? Okay, so I have made a free checklist for you that you can download below and it will help you to remember everything and to plan a really great show. And I'm gonna give you a bonus tip. You need to make a backup plan for when things go wrong. Because trust me, things will go wrong. Something will go wrong. The shoes, the heel of the shoes for one of the models will break. Have some extra pairs of shoes. Maybe the makeup artist is sick on the day of the show. Have someone to be your backup if that should happen. Your videographer didn't show up because he was stuck in traffic. Have someone else be ready to film the show. Just make backup plans for pretty much everything because things happen. Trust me. I have experienced a lot of it, and you just want to be prepared. You want to expect the best, but just prepare for the worst, just in case, so that if everything goes wrong, you are prepared and you don't have to stress out and run around like crazy. Okay? So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like it and share it with your friends. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more fashion secrets. I am here to teach you everything that I have achieved, everything that I've learned as a fashion designer. So I thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.